we are back in the horse room for my June long format YouTube video. How are we all doing? Let's do a check-in. It is less than a month until BreyerFest. It is like 16 days, I think, until I leave for BreyerFest. So it's crunch time and I'm a little tired, but I'm very excited about everything that we're going to be doing in this video and all of the projects that I have that are going to be wrapping up within the next, hopefully within the next week. So it's a very exciting time. There's always just so much to do right before BreyerFest that can't be done before the few weeks leading up to BreyerFest, to where it's just, we gotta like check in and be like, okay, how are we doing? Let's go touch grass. There are things in life besides plastic horses. So anyways, we are not here to indulge things outside of plastic horses today. We are here to indulge the plastic horses because that's what we do on this channel. Yeah, so today's video is actually something that I've never done before. A lot of other hobby YouTubers, hobby creators do this every year. I've never done one. We're gonna talk about all of the BreyerFest 2024 models together. And I've got my handy dandy little gadget here because there is no way I was going to be able to remember all of them without looking at something. So I have notes. I also have a beverage because I'm going to be talking a lot. More than I would like. But you know what? We're gonna do it for the video. It's gonna be fun. Well, I guess that's going to be the first part of it, is talking about BreyerFest 2024, all of the horses, everything that Brier has shared with us up to this point. And then, if you wait until the end, I'm gonna talk about my personal plans and what I'm going to be doing at BreyerFest, where you can find me, and what all I'm going to be involved in this year. So, BreyerFest 2024, the theme is against all odds. I actually had to think about that. That's where my brain is at right now. Against all odds, which is a bit of a like come from behind type theme with the limited edition models. And then they've also taken a more empowerment, almost like a feminine strength twist on it with everything else. Which is such a cool dynamic between the two, and overall I just get empowerment and strength and community vibes from the theme, which I personally love. I think it's great. Hello. So without further ado, the main point of this video is to talk about the models. They have broken out the models similar to the way they broke them out last year. You gonna join us? There are special runs, limited editions, prize models. Some of the special runs and the limited editions are available to both online participants and in-person participants. Some are limited to just in-person, and some are only available for purchase online. There's a lot going on, so let's talk about it. That's not what I wanted. All right, you can mostly still see me. So everybody knows at this point the celebration horse is Athenian Lady, who is a gorgeous paint horse. She does Western dressage, I believe, and we're gonna get to meet her. Everybody's going to get their Athenian Lady models. She's very pretty. I got to see her new in box at BreyerFest in March, which was a treat. Her box is very cute too. I personally will be getting 4 of them and keeping 2, and then I have plans for the other 2. I always keep a new in-box celebration model for every BreyerFest that I participate in. And then Iconga Dundee, I don't think you can see him from here because he's pretty high up, but Iconga Dundee, and so I will be unboxing one to add to my Dundee Conga. They made Dundee a mare for the celebration horse this year, which is the first time we've seen that mold be a mare, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, I'm really excited to have 1 or 4. And then the other 2 that I will not be keeping, I will be using as prizes for my July photo show, which is CWS Better Together. Our Best in Show Grand Champion and Best in Show Reserve Champion will both get a new in-box Athenian Lady as their prizes. So, that said, naturally, we also have a glossy version of this horse. The glossy Athenian Lady is the Diorama Contest prize model. She's only being used as the Diorama Contest prize model. I believe there are only 20 of the glossy being made, which is a super limited run count. I think it's 5 prizes for 4 age groups. If I'm wrong, I'll put it on the screen. So that means only 20 of them, and she is gorgeous in gloss. So pretty. I'm very excited about Athenian Lady as a whole, Dundee as a mare, an awesome rescue story. Western dressage is such an awesome discipline, so 10 out of 10 Brier. Y'all knocked it out of the park with her. Next we have the event stablemates. Single day stablemates is what they used to be called. This is the Still Bejeweled stablemate set. They are decos. They are like filigree pastel decos. These are not for me. I collect so few decorators. I have literally two. So I only get a deco if it really speaks to me, or it's on a mold that I love, or a color that I love. And these ones just didn't quite meet those standards for me, so I am happy to not have to acquire them this year, because normally I do have to come home with the event stablemates or the single day stablemates, and I don't need more minis on my shelves right now. My mini shelves are packed, so I will let the deco people have this one. I hope that they enjoy these guys. The colors are really cool. I love a good pastel color scheme. So kudos to Brier for doing something different. I know the deco people are happy, and I'm happy that I don't have to find room for more minis on my shelves with that one. All right, we're moving on to the special runs, and I'll put on the screen how these are available. I don't have it all memorized. There's simply too much for me to have it all memorized. All I know is what I'm able to get, and enough to make this video and talk about each of the models. So the names for these guys are all song lyrics, the songs of which are sung by female artists. That said, I have not been able to memorize all of these names. They're lovely. I love the concept. It's great. It's very cute. A lot of the names are very fun. I just can't remember all of them. So that's a me problem. But I do thankfully have them all written down, so we'll be okay. The first one is Can't Hold Us Down, which is the brindle Indian pony. Super unique color. It's fun to see such a unique color on something like a special run. That's relatively easy to acquire. So really cool on Brier for that. So this is our vintage special run for the year. I personally won't be getting this girl. I used to collect the Indian pony, and I have since sold my Indian pony Kanga. You can only collect so many things, and I collect plenty of things, and the Indian pony was just one of those molds that unfortunately got the boot a few years ago. But she's really, really cool, and definitely if I still was collecting this mold, I would want to add this one. Next we have my favorite. This is my favorite special run for the year. This is Sorry Not Sorry. He is a Chestnut Leopard Appaloosa on the Salinero mold, and he's glossy. I love Chestnut Leopard Appaloosas. They're so unique and beautiful. I love Salinero, and it's glossy. And I feel like the gloss adds something to this color myself. I think it makes it more fun. I'm really excited to take a picture of him next to my Rialto. He is my favorite, and if they do any kind of a micro variation run, I hope it's on that one, and I hope it's realistic. I'm not really going to go into what I think is possible by way of like variations or split runs or whatever, because we have no idea. They might not even do any. We have literally no idea. So not worth, in my opinion, for this video, not worth spending a whole lot of time on. But what if they did one that was chestnut and one that was black? I'm just saying. That's the only time I'll hit on that. I think that would be cool. And I would love a black one next to my Rialto. Okay, no more talk of variations and split runs and other such evil things. Okay, next we have This Is My Fight Song on the Adonis mold. Adonis is a super new mold. He just came out last year as one of the Premier Club releases. He is there. And I love him. I loved the Adonis run. I love the color. I love the mold. He is supposed to be a historical Lipizan stallion. There's a lot of historical artwork that displays Lipizans as being leopard Appaloosa. So I loved the whole Adonis lore. I loved all of it. I thought it was so cool. And I thought the execution of the color was amazing. Like, mine is super crisp, super well shaded. I just think he's great. And then this is our first non-Premier Club release of Adonis. So it's only the second run that Brier has done on the mold. And he is like a liver chestnut overo, which, granted, I was not super excited about when I first saw the color. My philosophy with Premier Club models and new molds is that I will typically buy all of them unless I immediately off the bat, not my cup of tea. I'll typically buy them and hold on to them for like a year. I'll buy, whatever special run is released on them, so maybe I have 2. And then if I decide after they've sat and they've been here for a year or 2 that I want to keep them, then I continue to collect the mold. And if I decide otherwise, then we have a little bit of a purge. Hello. I wasn't super excited about the color. It didn't look like it had too much shading in Breyer's pictures. And then we got to see more of it from, I believe it was from the Spokes and Spurs event. I believe it showed up there. One way or another, more pictures of it got out, and those pictures looked awesome. There was a lot of variation in the color on the body, like lots of shading. Lucy is here. I'm feeling much more confident about his color after seeing those pictures. Regardless, one will be coming home with me, but feeling a lot better about that one now than I was when he was originally released. Okay, next we'll briefly talk about the surprise horse. Surprise Girls Run the World is the surprise horse for this year. There was a moment in one of the BreyerFest blog posts where they referred to this model as her, which leads you to believe that it's a mare. Brier has done stranger things, and we also know that they can swap genders on horses. This topic has been talked about ad nauseum on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, so there's no need for me to go into it too deep. I'll just say that right now, my top picks for the surprise horse are Ruffian, Yasmin, and Oasis. Those are my top 3, so we'll see. I just hope it's something that I don't collect, because Brier, you guys killed me from 2020 through 2022. But for 3 years right in a row, I was like, I need every single color. And it hurt me a little bit inside in my soul. So I would be fine if it's a mold that I do not collect this year, because I had it rough for a few years. So, okay, next we have Edge of Glory, which, fantastic song. That's my favorite song out of this list. Edge of Glory, which is this gray Ashquar. I definitely don't think you can see him, but I do collect Ashquar. So I will be adding this guy. I was very on the fence about this one. To me, this color is almost a decorator color. It is not a realistic color. The splatter dapples are definitely a more vintage technique and are not super realistic by way of dappling. So at first I was like, man, he's borderline a deco in my opinion. I don't collect decos. Do I really need to add him? And then I said, yes. I didn't want to regret not getting one. And he still looks really cool in the pictures. Like I said, there are certain decos that, like, if they speak to me, I'm happy to add them. And he's very borderline, at least in my opinion. So, yeah, it wasn't quite the way that I expected them to execute a color like that. But I would still like one. So he was on my list. Okay, next we have Fighter and Survivor, which are on the new Rhiannon and Remy molds, which are the new Irish Cob, Mare and Foal molds that we got for the last release of the Premier Club in 2023. And they're very, very cute. That's another one where I'm collecting them now to see how I feel about them in about a year or so. I feel quite good about them. They're so cute, especially the foal. We so badly needed a new draft foal, and he is perfect. Yeah, it's a great mold. The mare is also a great mold, so I was very excited to see what they came up with this year for the special runs that were going to be on them. It's going to be so hard to top the colors that they did on them for the Premier Club, though, because those colors are just so pretty. But the bay looks really, really nice. This was also a set that I got to see at BreyerFest in March, and they are very, very pretty in person. So I'm excited. They're definitely on my list of horses to take home. Next is our non-equine, which is I Will Survive, and this is a quagga. I'm so excited that we finally get a quagga. How fun. It's on the zebra mold, and it's so cute. I decided at the last minute to put this one pretty high on my preference list. I originally was not going to get it because I was like, I don't need another mold to collect. This is like a more vintagey type mold, blah, 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 excuses, excuses. And then I was like, nope, I want it. I really like it. It's so unique. It is, I think it fits so well with the theme, and I don't know, I had a moment right before I submitted my preference list where I was like, I want the quagga. So I think I put it like third on my preference list or something, and like up until I had that moment, I wasn't even going to try to get it. So I don't know what happened. The spirit of the quagga came over me, and I needed to have it. So it's very high on my list now. And then last, we have Better Than Revenge, which is the Deco, the true Deco special run for this year, which is on the Astrid mold. The variation of the Astrid mold that we have only seen used on an auction model, which just happens to be my favorite mold variation that they have released on this one so far. It's like a short pony mane, not roached, I don't think. I do collect this mold. This is one that's stuck around for me. But this is a deco that I do not feel the need to add myself. It's very cute. I know lots of people, lots of like deco collectors and otherwise are super excited about it. I think it fits the theme perfect. It was a great idea. It's just not one that I personally need to come home with. Thank goodness, because did you hear me say that about any of the other ones besides the Indian pony? No. I have a lot of special run tickets this year. It's a very expensive year for me. Brier decided to use almost exclusively molds that I collect. I'm in a little bit of pain. I wanted to, so badly wanted to use my BreyerFest funds in other ways, which I'm still able to do to a certain degree, but I am coming home with a large number of special runs this year. Anyways, that is the rundown of the special runs for this year. All right, moving on to the limited editions. Starting off with our traditionals, we have Always Chipper, So excited that we get another newsworthy limited edition. We just got Top Gun a couple of years ago, and now we're getting Always Chipper. Can you imagine this little pony in gloss? He would be so cute. He's already so cute. Can you imagine him in gloss? Anyways, this pony is really cool. For me, obviously, you guys know I am a massive newsworthy fan. I have almost a complete Kanga of newsworthy. I'm working on it. I do the hunters myself, so the hunter pony mold is one that naturally is near and dear to my heart. And I'm actually familiar with Always Chipper's people and the program that he's, the training program that he's a part of. And he's actually shown at a lot of the same shows that my barn has gone to, so I've seen him like trotting around. Oh, hello. Thank you. So it was just cool to see him recognized in that way. He's a head turner, he's very flashy, very fun. So I'm very excited to be able to add a newsworthy Always Chipper to my collection. Next we have Alan a Day's Work, which is this super cool Appaloosa roan mule, who I have been following on social media since Brier announced this model. And it's so cute to see pictures of this little flashy mule popping over jumps and stuff. It's so fun. That's one that I'm really excited to meet in person, get some pictures of him, because he's so cute. It's not a mold that I collect, so it's not one that I feel the need to come home with, but the execution of the color on this model is excellent. It's so pretty. To me, it looks like the raffle model Honor from the Honor and Valor set from a couple of years ago. Almost with more extensive roaning in my opinion, and some darker coloring, which obviously is based on the mule himself. But the color reminds me of that raffle set color, and it looks great. It looks just like the actual mule, so they did an excellent job on this one for sure. Next we have Gascan the Great, this is the Cancian mold, who I love Cancian so much. Also another very underrated Premier Club horse. I love him. I think he's so good. And yeah, this is the first non-Premier Club obtainable run that we've gotten on this mold. He's a nice shaded gray. He's got a super cute little pink snoot. I'm a big fan of this guy. He is, I believe, a Paso Fino, Peruvian Paso, that jumps and like does jumping things, which is cool. So he would be cool to meet for sure. He's just a little thing too, the real horse. He's pretty tiny. He's very petite. But the model, this was another one I got to see at BreyerFest. Very cute shaded gray with a cute little pink snip on his nose. So that one will be coming home with me. Okay, next we have our online only limited edition model. When I say online only, I don't mean only online ticket holders. I mean anyone can buy him, but you can only buy him online. He will not be available in person in Kentucky. And this is Blue Zeus, who is a Mustang, very popular, famous Mustang. He's on the Fireheart mold. He's a blue roan, and they're anticipating this guy to be so popular that they've already said that they're going to do a like back order type situation with him. I haven't paid too close of attention to that because I don't collect Fireheart, so he's not one I'm going to be trying to get. But I do know that they are going out of their way to make it easier for folks to obtain him, which is great because Fireheart is incredibly popular. This color is gorgeous. I'm sure he would have sold out. I'm sure they were right in being worried about that happening. So good on them for being proactive and giving folks more opportunities to get one of these things. Oh, next is just like Fire. This is our classic. So this is the limited edition classic. It is on the Malik mold, and it is like a fiery Hot Wheels phoenix rising from the ashes Mod Podge of things. I think the symbolism is supposed to be Phoenix rising from the ashes. It does give me Hot Wheels a little bit. So 100% Deco, yellows, reds. He's cute, not one I need to come home with. Again, I'm very picky about the decos that I add, but it's a popular mold with some fun colors, so I'm sure he will be popular and people will like him. Next is Fortitude, and Fortitude is our crystal for this year. Not a whole lot to say about this. This is the crystal. I don't personally collect them. Crystal people collect them. So crystal people, here is your crystal. Get the ponies. Next we have the Best of BreyerFest Series 5. You guys, this I think is my favorite Best of BreyerFest series so far. That's saying a lot because I loved the first two. The first two were like chef's kiss for me. This might be my favorite one so far. The mini King Arthur and the mini Bonaire. I can't. They're so good. They're so good. I love them. So my little booty will be in the BreyerFest store tent, nitpicking and analyzing these for as long as I see fit to get a good set because they are so pretty and there's a lot of really good models in there that I can't wait to get my mitts on and take to live shows because they are so good. I'm so excited. Okay, next we have Wild Things, and Wild Things is the online stablemate for this year, the equivalent to Buggy from last year. Love this color. Such a pretty color. If they would have done it on almost any other mold, I would have been going absolutely ham for it. I don't collect this mold. It's just not one of my favorites, but the color is beautiful. So pretty. It was gorgeous in person at BreyerFest, which like I almost want to just suck it up and get it anyways, but I gotta be selective about what I collect or else again I'm gonna take over the entire house. So I will not be adding that one, but I know a ton of people are excited for him. And the Buggy was so popular last year. That type of run was new for last year, an online exclusive stablemate. In 2022 we had the Rhenish Draft as a traditional online only limited run, limited edition, but we hadn't had an online only stablemate before Buggy, so that was a really cool addition and he sold out super quick. So I imagine this one, with how cool that color is, will also be a hot ticket, so he's very cool. Okay, and then lastly we have Percy, who is the plush. Percy is a Przewalski horse, which is, I believe it is a feral breed. Don't come for me. We used to have them at the Detroit Zoo. We don't anymore. I know that they are very endangered, very rare, and that's about all I know about them. But he's very cute. I always get the plush, so I will be coming home with a Percy. He fits the theme so well, and I love to see that the kind of oddball rare breed representation, similar but different to the quagga. It's fun that we have both a quagga and a Przewalski this year, so good on you, Brier. Lots of variety. All right, on to what we have at the date of filming of our super limited BreyerFest models, which are going to be the open show prize models and the best customs contest prize models. So first we're going to do the open show prize models. For the past few years we have not known the sectional prize models for the open show until weekend of. Those are typically glossies of regular runs, similar to, but much more limited than, the glossy CCA models. So we probably won't know what those are until the weekend of BreyerFest, or shortly before. However, we do have our overall prize models, The overall reserve prize model for the open show is Gimme More, who is a black Tobiano ethereal. And then the overall grand prize model is Oops, I Did It Again, who is a lovely, I think, sooty palomino Goffert. Again, super limited. I think there's like 12 or 13 of these made. So good luck, open show folks. Out of literally hundreds of people that show at the open show, only a few people will walk out with these horses. So regardless of what you think of the mold or the colors, it would be an incredible honor to win one. Similar to the extremely limited nature of the overall prize models, we have the Best Customs Contest prize models. There is the stablemate, which is I Forgot That You Existed, who is a lovely chestnut. I think this is a Sabino pattern on the Murado mold. And we have the winner's model, who is a traditional on the Marwari mold, a chestnut Tobiano Marwari. Look What You Made Me Do. And I think that there's like 12 of the stablemate and like, what, 4 or 5 of the traditional? I'll put it on the screen. But super, super, super limited runs. Super limited. It seems like they've kind of adjusted to a chestnut theme the last few years. They did chestnuts last year before. They were doing blacks. And these tend to be, the patterns of these models tend to be based on other models. So for example, I Forgot That You Existed is a chestnut version of the original Murado pattern, and the Marwari is, I believe it's the same coat pattern as the original Premier Club Marwari. So that tends to be how they do the patterns for these models. Super, super limited runs. They're very pretty. They're like a coppery chestnut color. They look great together too. So those are the Best Customs Contest prizes. Good luck to all Best Customs Contest competitors. There were some truly incredible entries this year. That's not a topic for this video, but go look at the album in the Facebook group if you haven't already, or go browse Instagram. There were some really incredible entries this year. Okay, and then as of time of filming, we do not know the raffle models yet. I have a hunch that the new Welsh Cob for the Premier Club 2024 is going to be one of the molds that we see. I don't know. I have no clue what the other one is going to be. It tends to be a Premier Club model from like a couple of years back, or a Premier Club mold from a couple of years back, but it's Brier can do whatever Brier wants, so who knows. We've started getting a few auction model releases. Not in the spirit of this video to go through those, because obviously only one person can come home with each of them, but definitely check out the BreyerFest blog if you want to look at those. There are some gorgeous horses this year, so good luck to all participating in the live auction. All right, was that it? That's a lot. There's so many. There's so much to know. If you haven't been like totally indoctrinated in all of the BreyerFest language and the way that the ticket structures run and all of that, don't despair. This is not simple to understand. There's so much, there's so many different tiers of things and ways to purchase. It's complicated. Brier has a lot of great resources that explain all of that. There's a Facebook group called Road to BreyerFest that has very well written and well organized files that you can read that explain all of this, all the terminology, all the breakdowns, how you can get all of these things, etc. It's not something we're going to have time to go over in this video, but there are places, there are resources that have that information. I will link some of those in the description of this video. So if you're like, what is happening? What is she talking about? Don't despair. There's a lot of reading that you can do that will explain it. I remember when I did my first BreyerFest in 2020, I was like, what? What's the difference between an SR and an LE and so on and so forth? And the acronyms are just like a whole different topic. So anyways, there are resources that can help you follow along and understand what's going on and what people are talking about. I will link them in the description. So, all of that out of the way. Now we're going to talk about my schedule and what I'm going to be doing. I'm so excited. I have been prepping for BreyerFest for so long. I've been like hardcore prepping since the beginning of May, but you guys all know it begins far, far, far further back in time than just a few months. When I say hardcore prepping, I mean like every single night. I'm devoting a couple of hours to some sort of BreyerFest related project, if not more than that. So hardcore prepping since May, softer prepping much further back than that. So I'm not going to disclose like too many intimate details, but I do want to roughly tell you guys what events I'm going to be at or be a part of, and generally speaking where you can find me on each day, because I do have handouts that I am going to be giving to people. I am not going to reveal them in this video. I will reveal them in my next video, which is my collection tour. I'll be releasing that the first week of July. So if you want to see the handouts that you can get from me at the Kentucky Horse Park or anywhere else in that general vicinity, watch that video or stay tuned on my other socials. I will have them everywhere. You will know about them. And hopefully you'll find them helpful. I definitely think it's a fun idea. So I will have something for all of you. If you find me at any of these events or locations, come get one. I will always have them on me. The only place I might not be able to give them out are the model horse shows. I have to read up on what the etiquette is about giving people things at shows like that. It's not a sale, but I don't want to cross any lines or do anything that would be inappropriate. So maybe any other time besides at one of these model horse shows, I could give you a handout. So come say hi. I will give you a free fun thing. And one of my goals this BreyerFest is to take more selfies, because I took so many pictures of real horses and plastic horses and so few pictures of myself with my friends. So definitely a goal for this year is I want to take more pictures with you guys. I was doing my scrapbook last year and I was like, oh my gosh, I only have like 4 selfies from BreyerFest and we were there for like 6 days. Like, how did this happen? So anyways, all right, my schedule and all the things that I am going to be involved in. So I am traveling down to Lexington on a Sunday, the Sunday before BreyerFest, because I am doing NAN this year. I will be at NAN all 3 days, so I have to get there on Sunday to pick up my NAN packet, my NAN tags, everything, and get organized Sunday night so that I can be at the Clarion at NAN on Monday morning, bright and early to show. So Sunday, I am traveling down, picking up one of my roommates on the way, and then I will be there Sunday into Monday, getting everything organized, unpacked, repacked, blah, 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 tagged, and then I am showing at NAN on Monday. Monday is going to be my craziest day. Cookie is under the table. Here he is. He's now sitting in my lap, so I guess I am stuck like this. See? Yeah, if you see me on Monday and I'm a little stressed out or a little bit all over the place, it's going to be a very crazy day. It will be manageable. Thank God my friend Zoe is my designated helper for the day. And she's an absolute angel and we will definitely get it done. It is going to be crazy, but I'm so excited. I'm so excited to show at NAN. It's my first NAN, and I have pretty much been working for 2 years to be able to show at NAN. It might be the like real horse shower in me, but you're always building up to something with real horse showing. Like, you're always trying to get points, or you're trying to qualify for medal finals, you're trying to do this and this and this to qualify for this. And in the model horse world, the equivalent of that we have is NAN. So, you know, I've been live showing pretty rigorously for the past 2 years, you know, literally since the last NAN, right after NAN 2022 is when I started live showing, to be able to qualify enough models for me to feel that showing at NAN 2024 was worthwhile. I definitely feel like I accomplished that. NAN registration happened in May, so I've gone through that process already. I have all my horses registered. My registration was accepted, so we are doing the darn thing. I'm personally showing Monday and Wednesday. I only collect OF, so I've got halter day on Monday and collectability day on Wednesday. I do for sure have my helper, my lovely friend Zoe, on Monday because I will need the help. I've got a lot going on Monday, but we are big girls and I have shown more horses at shows before, so we will be fine. And yeah, I'm so looking forward to it. I love showing. I try to, you know, put a good effort out when I go to shows. So to be able to go to NAN with so many horses is really, really cool, and it's very exciting and very fun. I would like to come home with 1 purple ribbon. That is my only goal. I would just like a little memento of going. I'm going to just try to soak everything in and learn as much as I can. I'm going to enjoy getting to see horses from different regions that I've never seen before, and friends from different regions. It's just going to be great. It's going to be a great experience. It took a lot of prep, so much prep, to get everything ready for NAN. I have been prepping for NAN since the beginning of 2024. I have kept very rigorous spreadsheets throughout the last 2 years of everything. Like, I have kept track of everything, and even so, NAN registration took me a very large amount of effort and energy to prep for NAN registration and then to actually register for NAN. So it was a lot of work, not only to, you know, you go to shows and you get the horses qualified, and that's not necessarily work, right? That's fun. But then the prep and the organization and the data entry and the cataloging, that is work. And it takes a lot of it to do this. So I'm proud of that work so far and so excited to show. Okay, so Monday is halter day. So Monday I will be showing both traditionals and minis, Brier Traditional and Brier Mini at NAN. And then Tuesday, I am volunteering at NAN. Tuesday was the one NAN day that I was not showing, so I thought, you know, it's such a volunteer-based situation. I'm showing 2 days, like, I'm bringing a ton of horses. I might as well give back in any way that I can. So I volunteered to help out on Tuesday. I am a ring steward at NAN on Tuesday, so I'm looking forward to being at NAN on Tuesday and getting to at least witness the divisions that I don't show in. I know that's when the customs and artist resins come out to play, so there's going to be some real yummy eye candy on the table on Tuesday. And then Wednesday, I'm showing again. Wednesday is NAN Collectability Day. And Collectability Day is supposed to end much before halter day will end for me. So I imagine after showing on Wednesday, there'll be some time to browse the Clarion or otherwise socialize and hang out. But the only thing on my schedule for Wednesday is showing at NAN. Everything else will be totally casual. Thursday is probably the most relaxed day that I have. I will be at the Clarion probably all day. The only thing that I have scheduled on Thursday is I have to drop off my raffle donation for the Resin Renaissance. They have a lovely, lovely raffle every year. Proceeds go to a good cause every single year, and they have fantastic donations that come in. I'm donating 3 of my wooden signs that look kind of like this, but obviously different. You can kind of see one of them up there. Maybe I'll put them on the screen. I don't know. But I'm donating those, and then there are some other really, really amazing donations, and it's open to the public, not just members of the show, so go check that out on Thursday. Thursday, again, super casual. I will be at the Clarion all day, either browsing room sales or visiting friends, showing at Breakables and the Resin Renaissance. There's also a stone cocktail party that I might swing by at the Griffin Gate. That sounds super fun. And then later in the evening, the Artisans Gallery opens, and I would love to be there to browse that, get some first looks at all of that stuff, take some pictures, take some video, see my friends that are selling at the Artisans Gallery. It's going to be very fun. So Thursday is probably the most unstructured day that I have. I plan on just being at the Clarion pretty much the entire day. And then Friday, we are back to showing, day 3 of showing. Friday is open show day. So Friday is the first day of BreyerFest proper, meaning BreyerFest at the Kentucky Horse Park. I will be at the open show all day showing. I am showing in the collector's class again this year, and then I am bringing a combination of minis and traditionals to show actually in the open show. So I will be at the open show all day, and then in the evening I will be at the Art of the Horse dinner put on by Stone at the Griffin Gate. I will be supporting my friend Erin, who is a finalist in the Art of the Horse competition. I'm not super well versed on the language and terminology there, so I apologize if I got any of that wrong. I tried, but I know it is the Art of the Horse dinner at the Griffin Gate, and we are doing that after the open show. So there's going to be a party at the Griffin Gate after the open show, because we might need it. Now we are done with model horse showing on Friday. No more model horse showing for me after Friday. Saturday is still pretty packed, but maybe a little bit more casual. I'm doing 2 workshops on Saturday. I'm so excited. Workshops sold out so quickly, so like within minutes. So I just kind of impulse decided I was gonna sign up for a couple workshops like the day of, and I happened to be at my desk when registration opened, and I just like clicked and got in, and then when the page refreshed, everything was sold out. And I was like, oh my goodness. Okay, I was not expecting that. I am signed up for 2 workshops, the water bases workshop and the leather tooling workshop, which I'm so excited for. Performance and like bases and tack are things that I know very little about, so I'm trying to learn more. I find it super interesting. I have no education in stuff like that. So at Brier West, I signed up for the Southwestern Bases workshop. Super educational. It was so interesting. Learned a ton about the products that you need to do something like that, how to start. I feel like I could like probably do it on my own now if I wanted to, which is awesome. Like that's what I'm looking to get out of a workshop like that, is learning a skill, or at least like the basics of a skill I didn't have before. And I know nothing about about like water bases or water elements to a diorama or anything about leather tooling. I know nothing. So super excited to learn new things on Saturday morning. And that takes us through like the beginning of the afternoon. From there, I am going to do my store shopping. Most likely I'll do my store shopping then. I might do that Sunday if I'm pressed for time. The only other thing that I absolutely have to do on Saturday is go to the live auction, because I want to be with some friends at the live auction who are participating, and I want to go to the live auction whenever I can because it's fun to watch. So workshops and live auction for sure on Saturday. Saturday last year is when they had the social media meet in the evening at the Clarion. And I wanted to address this because I'm obviously on social media. I will, if it is that same time this year, I will probably not be able to be there. I was able to be there last year. It was a lot. It wasn't really my jam. There were a lot of people in a very small space, but I wanted to go because I wanted to meet a lot of you guys and to sign your models and to have you sign mine. This year though, If it is at the same time it was last year, which as of filming, nothing has been announced yet, which seems really weird. It's really late to not have anything announced, so I honestly don't know if they're doing one or not, or if it's like not going to be officially Brier sanctioned. I have no idea. At time of filming, I don't know. If it is the exact same way it was last year, I will not be able to be there. I have something else that's very exciting that I need to be at the same time. So I wanted to kind of disclaim that because I am on social media quite a bit and I was there last year. So if it happens at the same time, I'm probably not going to be able to make it this year. That brings us to the last day of BreyerFest, which is Sunday. Sunday is probably my second most casual day, second only to Thursday. I only have 2 set in stone events on Sunday. One is the 5K. I will be running the 5K in the morning on Sunday. And then in the evening, I have a dinner planned with friends. But the rest of the day, I get to do whatever I want. Loose plan is to meet as many horses as we can, pet horses, go to the beer tent, we're all over 21, watch some demonstrations, watch the pulling of the raffle, so on and so forth. Sunday is about as unstructured of a day as I'm going to have the whole week. And then, thank goodness, we are driving home Monday, not Sunday. That was the best decision I made BreyerFest week last year, was to not try to swing driving home on Sunday, was just to spend the whole day at the horse park Sunday, go out to a nice dinner, sleep as much as you possibly can, then drive home on Monday. It's worth taking the extra day off work. Trust me. Best decision I made last year, was 100% going to be doing it again this year, especially with how crazy this whole week is going to be. So, there it is. That is my BreyerFest 2024 schedule. Craziest day is the first day, so let's get it out of the way. Enjoy it, but get it out of the way so that the rest of the week will not be quite as crazy. Okay, and that is actually all I have for you guys in this video. We went over all of the BreyerFest 2024 special runs, and then we went over my own personal plans for BreyerFest. Again, I am going to have handouts. I will announce exactly what that's going to be in my next YouTube video, as well as all over my social medias the week before BreyerFest, so stay tuned for those. But just know that if you see me anywhere in Kentucky, I will have something to give you, so come say hi and get your goodie. I'm so excited. This is like my favorite time of year. The prep that has gone into BreyerFest this year has been absolutely insane. I didn't say this anywhere else because there wasn't really a good spot for it, but I did also enter the diorama contest, and I'm going to do a video that talks about my entry in that, as well as my collector class entries in the open show. So that'll be coming. There'll be an experience video. There'll be a haul video. I'm gonna space them out as much as I possibly can so that I'm not editing for 3 days. But all of the BreyerFest content that you love is coming. And BreyerFest is coming. So I've got a few more projects I need to get done before we actually leave. Hopefully at the time of posting this, all I will have to do is actually pack models. I'm waiting for the NAN class list to get released before I pack models, because with how many I'm bringing, they need to get packed in a very specific order. So I have to wait just a little bit longer, but packing models doesn't take long. It's everything else. It's the prep for packing the models that takes the long. So my brain might be a little bit fried, but I will be in Kentucky. It will be very fun. I'm so excited, and I can't wait to see all of you guys soon.